State Police being called to task after 3 of their own are indicted for a series of civil rights violations, including kicking and stomping on a victim and lying.
Yeah, 2 current and 1 former trooper are now facing years in prison in 4 separate cases. The Wave News troubleshooter Natalia Martinez broke this story and is now joining us with exclusive video showing the trooper tasing a man not once but twice.
Warning, the video is graphic, Brian. This is one of a handful of incidents KSP Trooper Cameron Wright is charged with. Thomas Sartorsky and Jared Lewis are also on the indictment. This is video of Kentucky State Police Trooper Cameron Wright, one of 3 troopers indicted Tuesday by the feds for allegedly violating people's civil rights. In this dash cam video from May of 2024, Wright takes down John Millett after pulling him over for suspected drunk driving. He then tases him, although Millett's hands are behind his back and he's sitting on the ground. He then tases him again. That comes before he stands Millett up and then slams him to the ground while his hands are in handcuffs. Attorney Chris Weiss represents Millett and says there's no excuse for Wright's actions.
It's this aggressive, I'm taking you to the ground, and oh, and by the way, I know you're not resisting. And I know I got sued for excessive force in federal court, and I'm lucky I didn't get indicted, but you know what? I'm going to pull out my taser and gratuitously tase you. This
isn't the only time Weiss has come across Trooper Cameron Wright. Here he is, along with then Trooper Thomas Sartorsky in Alex Hornback's basement. Wright strikes Hornback with his flashlight once he's taken down. Both troopers are accused of deleting Hornback's father's cell phone video, but they didn't know there was a surveillance camera too. Sartorsky was charged and fired for lying about using force, but Wright hadn't been until now. In the meantime, he remained on the force.
And I would have thought that that incident would have humbled him in a way where it might have been a lesson learned.
Sartorsky and Trooper Jared Lewis are also facing charges for excessive use of force, kicking and stomping a victim, the indictment says, in an incident in 2020.
This is justice delayed, hopefully, not justice denied. And
Millett had 5 broken ribs. I called KSP to ask them if the troopers Lewis and Wright are still on the street and why Wright wasn't fired after he was caught lying. I haven't heard back. They all face decades in federal prison where there is no parole. This case was investigated by the FBI's Public Corruption and Civil Rights Task Force. Natalia Martinez, Wave News.